Hey guys, it's Bailey Leisure, and I'm back on my channel as I'm doing a little bit something different on my channel tonight as I'm giving my thoughts and my reaction on the stunning news that happened tonight of the sudden retirement of Indianapolis Colts quarterback Andrew Luck, and just the impact that it's made on the whole NFL world. So when I heard the news, I got a text. I wasn't on Twitter when the news broke. I went on Twitter after. My good friend Durga, she's been on this channel a couple times. He texted me about the news, and I was just stunned in disbelief. I mean, I thought it was fake news. I'm like, no way. It's like, he's been injured a lot, but there's no way. And then once you see Adam Schefter and Ian Rappaport report on this, I mean, you kind of know it's official and it's true. And then we see Andrew Luck on the sidelines, and then after the preseason game between the Colts and the Bears took place, it was initially reported that he was going to be doing a press conference tomorrow, but they sped it up, and he announced his retirement, citing kind of the physical toll that's led to mental toll on him that he suffered. And I mean, at the age of 29, I think it's just shocking. This is probably one of the most shocking sudden retirements in the NFL history, going up there with the retirements of guys like Jim Brown and Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson. But it's just for one of the best top quarterback prospects that came into the league, ironically since Peyton Manning, and in 6 years, he's done with the NFL. I mean, it's just shocking. But I mean, the physical toll that it took on him, I'm not surprised. I mean, through his 6 NFL seasons, and I'm quoting a really good tweet by Zach Kiefer. This is the list of the injuries that he's suffered. He has had torn cartilage in 2 ribs, partially torn abdomen, a lacerated kidney that left him peeing blood, at least 1 concussion, a torn labrum in his throwing shoulder that kept him out pretty much all of the 2017 season, and what was leading up to is the mysterious calf and ankle injury that led to the retirement. And I think Luck, I think he just realized physically, I think he just realized, I love football, but I've had enough. And I think it's just, if I sound like I'm rambling on, it's just hard to put into words of how stunning this news is. It really is. I mean, for a guy that was just, he had a really great season last year, finally was healthy, was named comeback player of the year. I mean, the fact that he just has suddenly retired it's just left a big, disbelief around the rest of the NFL world and the people that follow the NFL. I think, it's just shocking, and it was really unfortunate and very classless that we saw the Indianapolis Colts, as Luck was running off the field to the locker room, them booing him. I get their frustration, and I think they have the right to be frustrated, but I don't think you should be blaming Andrew Luck. I think, if anything, you should be blaming the organization that, they've had a bad offensive line and, have not been able to protect him for years. I mean, this is the same thing that happened to Peyton. I mean, this happened similarly to Peyton Manning having, when the injuries kind of took a toll on him as well. And he almost retired before he left and went to the Denver Broncos. Well, he didn't leave, he was released. But it's just unfortunate that this happened to Andrew Luck. And, and I think as far as the Colts are concerned, I feel like this is going to go down as one of the biggest waste of talents in NFL history. I know when people talk about wasted talents, you might say the Detroit Lions with Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson, wasting those 2 talents. Many people think that the Packers have underachieved in the last 30 years, considering they've had 2 top 10 quarterbacks over the last 30 years and have 2 Super Bowl rings to show for it. I think this personally is a bigger waste of talent than the Lions, because I mean, you'd think with these 2 quarterbacks you'd have like 3-4 Super Bowl rings. No, you don't. You have 1 to show in 20 years. I mean, that in my opinion is one of the biggest wasted talents in all of sports. If you have a list of like the top 10 biggest wasted opportunities, I'm sure this will go in that discussion. Just shocking news, but I hope Andrew Luck, has a long and healthier life after the game of football, and I wish him well on retirement. So, the Colts got a lot of questions, and we don't know what's going to happen to them in the coming years and in this season. And I think I feel like it's gonna take a while for them to get some footing and direction. I mean, Jacoby Brissett, is a decent backup, but I don't think he's a long-term quarterback solution. I think you might say, well, maybe they pick a quarterback in the draft. Rather they tank and go for Tua, or maybe they tank next year and go for Trevor Lawrence. But if you're those two quarterbacks, do you really want to go to the Indianapolis Colts, considering they had two big top quarterback prospects, and that's what happened to them, where they highly underachieved, and injuries just wrecked them and shortened their career. So that's a whole nother discussion, but those are just my thoughts on what happened tonight and the stunning news of Andrew Luck retiring. So what are your thoughts on the Andrew Luck retirement, and what are your thoughts on the Colts organization and just what's happened? Leave in the comment section below. As I commented on my last video in the comment section, I have a new Twitter account now, Leisure96, so you can check. It will be in the description below. As always, click like if you like the video, and subscribe if you like the content on my channel. So thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you all soon.